Hello, good morning and warm welcome dear students to your geography class. Chapter 2 Interior of the Earth Part 1. Observe this picture in the background. This is our Earth, and suppose we dissect the Earth into two parts, we get layers in between. We will look at each layer. One layer is called the crust, then comes the mantle, then core and inner core. So we'll look at each and every part. Children, you all have learnt about the Earth in 6th standard, isn't it? Let's watch a quick video.
Earth is a huge solid ball in outer space. The third planet from the Sun. The shape of the Earth is approximately oblate spheroidal. In the widest part of the Earth is the equator. The upper half of the Earth is called the Northern Hemisphere, and the lower half is called the Southern Hemisphere. Well, is it interesting?
So children, you have seen the Earth. It's round, and suppose we dissect it, how will it look inside? Let's look in this next video. Now let's watch a wonderful 3D animated video to see what's inside the Earth's layer.
The surface of the Earth is covered by rocks and water bodies. But what about the inside of the Earth? If we were to take a look at the Earth's interior, we would see that the Earth consists of 4 layers. They are the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. The crust is the outermost layer of the Earth. It consists of various landforms like mountains, plateaus, volcanoes, etc. The crust also consists of numerous rock plates. The shifting of these plates resulted in the formation of continents. In reality, the crust of the Earth is a very thin layer. It is only 50 kilometers deep. The crust floats on top of the outer layers of the Earth. The oceanic crust is thinner than the continental crust. The mantle forms the main mass of the Earth. It is the layer just under the crust. It extends from Moho's discontinuity to a depth of about 2,900 kilometers. The mantle is a partly molten layer and can have temperatures reaching to 4,000 degrees Celsius. The upper layer of the mantle is called the asthenosphere. The hot magma from the surface of the Earth and escapes as lava from volcanoes. In addition to the asthenosphere, there is a layer known as lithosphere. The crust and the uppermost layer of the mantle together form the lithosphere. While the asthenosphere has a depth of 400 kilometers, the lithosphere extends from 10 to 200 kilometers. The next layer of the Earth is the outer core. This layer is exceedingly hot. It has a temperature of about 5,000 degrees Celsius. The outer core consists mainly of liquid iron. It has a depth of 2,200 kilometers. The core mantle boundary is located at 2,900 kilometers below the surface of the Earth. We now come to the innermost layer of the Earth, the inner core. The inner core has a temperature of around 6000 degrees Celsius. This is nearly the temperature of the Sun's surface. The inner core has a depth of 1250 kilometers. Unlike the outer core, the inner core is in solid state. The intense pressure of the layers of the Earth ensures that the inner core remains solid in nature. Deep within the core of the Earth, there are radioactive elements, such as uranium. These elements give off heat when they decay. This slows down the rate at which the Earth is cooling. But the core also has a very important function. It is responsible for the magnetic field of the Earth. The magnetic field is generated in the inner core, and the convections within the outer core result in the creation of magnetic fields. This magnetic field is what protects us from solar winds and high-energy particles of the Sun. The 4 layers of the Earth all have special functions. Now you know what the Earth looks like on both the inside and the outside.
So children, I hope you like this video very well and you have understood what is inside the Earth. And let's look in detail. Structure of the Earth's interior. As you have seen in the video, there are 4 parts. The Earth is divided into 4 parts, but the interior we consider as into 3 things: crust, mantle and core. These are 3 main things, 3 layers: crust, mantle and core. The core is divided into outer core and inner core, as you can see in this picture over here. Outer core, this is the outer core, and this is the inner core. The mantle is divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. Here they have shown only one, but actually it's 2 parts, you will see later on. And the third one is the crust. It's divided into continental crust and oceanic crust. We will look into each of them further. Please have a keen look for this diagram, because we will need to draw it later. The crust. Let's look at the crust, figure 2.1 diagram showing the structure of the Earth's interior. As I have already explained to you, there are 4 parts: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the uppermost layer of the Earth's surface thickness of the crust, 16 kilometers to 45 kilometers is below the continents. 40 kilometers is below the mountain ranges over here. Less than 10 kilometers is below the oceans over here. The temperature increases as we go deeper and deeper, 5000 degrees to 6000 degrees. It is the thinnest layer, as you have seen in the first video. Now this crust can be divided into 2 sub-layers: continental crust and oceanic crust. Here you can see the 2 pictures. Continental crust is where people are living, where we are living, and oceanic crust is where the fish are living. Basically the sea, oceans. And let's go ahead. Continental crust and oceanic crust. Here you can see the differentiation between the continental crust and the oceanic crust. Now let's look at continental crust. This is land where we live on. Oceanic crust, this is land underwater. This is the second layer of the crust. First layer is the continental crust. Then comes the oceanic crust. Now what is it composed of? It is composed of 2 elements, silica and aluminium. So it is known as Cl. Cl. And oceanic crust, it is made up of silica and magnesium. So it is known as SEMA. So Cl is C plus Al, that is silica plus aluminium. And SEMA is C plus Ma, SEMA, silica plus magnesium. Now what is thickness? Thickness is 30 kilometers. And the thickness of the oceanic crust is 7 to 10 kilometers. What are the rocks found in that? In the continental crust we find granite rocks, and in the oceanic crust we found basalt and gabbro rocks. So I hope you have understood till now this part. Now we will look at the video explanation.
Geography, Chapter number 2, Interior of the Earth. Introduction. Let's recall. In the previous classes, you have been introduced to rock types, volcanoes, and earthquakes. Answer the following questions on the basis of that. When earthquake occurs, what happens exactly? How are igneous rocks formed? What is a volcano? Which material come out during a volcanic eruption? In which state of matter are these materials? Are these materials cool or hot? Why? Try this. Boil half a liter of milk. When the milk comes to a boil, switch off the gas. Keep a lid on the vessel. After 10 minutes, remove the lid. Take it to a side and tilt it. Observe what happens. What can you see on the milk? In what form do you see the layer of matter on the milk? Remove this layer of matter. Take note of the difference in temperature of this matter and the milk and answer the following questions. When the milk was kept for boiling, in which state was it? When the milk was boiling, what did you observe? What had accumulated over the lid of the vessel? Tell whether the matter accumulated on the milk is liquid or solid. Was it cooler or hotter than the milk below? On which other substances can similar experiments be carried out? Geographical explanation. Before boiling, the milk was in the liquid state. After it came to a boil, steam started coming out from it. After some time, a thick layer of cream develops over the milk. The temperature of the cream is lesser than the milk below. Thus, it can be implied that the creamy layer cooled faster than the milk below it, which remained hot and in a liquid form. A similar process occurred when the earth cooled. The scientists unanimously believe that the earth as it rotated around itself. The process of cooling took place from the outer surface towards the Earth's center. As a result, the outer layer crust of the Earth become cooler and solid. But as we move from surface to the core, heat increases, and at certain depths, the interior of the Earth is semi-liquid. Man has always been inquisitive about what lies in the interior of Earth. A direct observation of the Earth's interior has not been possible as yet. Through various methods, the scientists have tried to estimate about the same. To infer about this, study of the material coming out of a volcanic eruption and the seismic waves is most important. Matter coming out of volcanic eruption consists of hot magma, gases, steam, etc. When lava cools and solidifies, igneous rocks are formed. Through the estimate of the study of temperature, density, gravitational force, and pressure, the interior of Earth was understood. For instance, when we go deep into a mine, we feel an increase in temperature. Similarly, the magma coming out of volcanoes from the Earth's interior is hot. Such estimations were made by the geologists. Several earthquakes occur in various places of the Earth every year. Seismic waves are generated. These waves travel through the interior of the Earth. The study of their direction and velocity helps us to estimate about the interior of the Earth. Man has also tried to dig deep boreholes in the interior to know more about the same. Think about it. Can we dig deep from one side of the Earth and come out from the other side? Write your imaginations in your notebooks and discuss in class. Do you know? Our Earth was formed first and became solid. This outermost layer of the Earth is called the crust. Even today, outer planets of the solar system are in a gaseous state. The composition of the Earth's interior. Try this. Take clay balls of 3 colors, red, yellow and blue, as available in the market. Make the red ball bigger. Roll out the yellow color ball. You will get a flat roti-like structure. Place the red color ball inside the yellow one, like you fill puran in a puran poli. Give it the shape of a spear. Now roll out the blue ball and fill the yellow one in it as done earlier. Make a spear out of this too. Show the continents in yellow on this spear like a globe. Now your globe made from clay is ready. To see the interior of the Earth, cut the spear exactly in half. You can see various layers in colors inside like the layers of the Earth's interior. Name these layers. Geographical explanation. While going from the Earth's surface to its core, major changes occur in temperature and density. With respect to these two elements, the Earth's interior can be divided into following layers. The crust. The uppermost layer of the Earth's surface is in under the 30 km under the mountain ranges and less than 10 km under the oceans. As we move and again increases in the core. At the center of the Earth, rate of increase in temperature reduces and again increases in the core. At the center of the Earth, the temperature all is around 5500 degrees Celsius to 6000 degrees Celsius. The crust is the thinnest of all the layers when compared to the mantle and the core. It can be divided into 2 sublayers. Continental crust. The continents are mainly composed of silica, Si and aluminium, Al. Because of their high proportion in this layer, the layer was earlier known as Sial. The density of continental crust is 2.65 to 2.90 gram per centimeter cube. The thickness of this layer is approximately per centimeter cube to 3.3 gram per meter thick. The density of this layer is 2.9 gram per centimeter cube to 3.3 gram per centimeter cube. In this layer, basalt and gabbro rocks are mainly found.
So children, you have seen the video explanation of part 1 of interior of the earth. Now we come to the quiz. Here's a special video H5P game interactive video quiz video. In this you will see, when you click on the link, this is the link in the description below, right? You'll see this kind of video. You have to click on it. Once you click on it, this play button, then you'll have to listen to the video, right? Then as your video is going on, as you can see, there are some dots over here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots are there. That means there are 5 questions. 3 questions are choose the right option or multiple choice question. 2 are true or false. So as the video is going on, the question will automatically come up. You'll see a dot and the question will come up with the options. You have to click on it, answer the question. If it does not come out, there will be a pink hand. So click on the pink hand to answer the question. If you don't answer the question correctly, it will restart. So pay very good attention while watching this. Watch the entire video and complete till the entire video till the star. You can see the star over here. After you complete the video, then you send me a screenshot in Google Classroom. All the best. Thank you.